where it seems like it builds and builds and builds, and all everybody's talking about is, whoa, it's bad.
It's bad.
Whoa, it's bad. Is it the same concept where it's like, okay, just go focus on yourself?
Yeah, it's bad for them. Yeah, it may be bad for them. It ain't bad for me.
Yeah, it's hugely opportunistic.
Yeah, if it's bad. I had a friend of mine years ago during one of the other recessions that was disastrous. The world was coming to an end, and he said, I said to him, you're in sand and gravel and concrete. You got 4 other huge businesses that supplies commodities to America. I says, how you handling the recession? And he says, oh, I just chose not to participate. And that's what but it was. I just chose not to participate. So what goes on around you does not have to affect you. You can look at it and go, wow, look at this. This is kind of interesting here. Everybody here is, bread line. And I mean, during the Depression, 25% of the people were out of work. 75% had jobs. And more wealth was created during the Depression than any time in our history. Because people were going, wait a minute, there's a piece of land here that was selling for $10,000 and now they're giving away for $10? Well, I think I'll buy 2 of those. And then 10 years later, that $10,000 that land they bought for $10 was worth $200,000. I mean, more wealth was created during the Depression than any time in history. And what's occurring around the world when if you just believe that I am going to take it full advantage, this is the best. See, every day is always the best time in the world to do anything. I have friends who are in the automobile business, and they used to if they had a customer the first couple days of the month, they'd say to the customer, this is the best time to buy a car because it's the first couple days of the month, we haven't sold the car yet, and my boss wants to make a deal at any price. You're going to get the best deal ever. So if you ever want to buy a car, always come the first couple days, because if you're the first guy to buy a car, they give them away because he wants the first deal on the board to get the ball rolling. It's your lucky day to buy a car today. Now, if you come in the middle of the month, they go, coming in the middle of the month is the best time during the month to buy a car. And the reason is my boss is just dying to hit the number that hits his monthly nut. He needs to get that magic number, and he's doing everything right now to get it as fast as he can. So they give the best deals on a car in the middle of the month because he's trying to hit his number. And he's got to do it no matter what, so he gives the cars away. Now, if you come in the end of the month, he goes, it's your lucky day. If you ever want to buy a car, you come at the end of the month because the boss has already hit his number of hitting his overhead. Everything now is pure profit. He gives the cars away. He doesn't have to make any profit on them at all. It's just numbers now. It gets some higher allocations next month. So at the end of the month, they just blow the cars out as fast as they can at the cheapest possible prices. All 3 of those things, by the way, are 100% true. So same thing in a scenario. Whatever the scenario it is, all we have to do is believe and say with vibration, this is a fantastic time to do business. And somebody can say, tell me exactly why. And my answer is, I don't know why. I don't have to know why. I just have to believe that it is, and the evidence will show up in a while. See, whatever you believe, the evidence validates it. That's why Henry Ford said, if you believe you can or if you believe you can't, either way you're right. And his later statement was, because the evidence will validate it. So whatever you believe, you are completely correct, and in a short period of time, you will have all the evidence to back up your belief, to prove you are correct. And that evidence came into your experience because you believed it first. Does this make sense? So that's why I say everything always works out for me. How can you say that? Ask me in a few months. Then we'll have all the evidence. See, it's the future thinking that's the tricky part. Good question. Any other questions, comments, or observations about the tapes? Any clarifications you need on anything in the tapes?
So I have a question. For example, you have a dream, and now you attracted all the people that you wanted for your dream, and here they are all, and they're helping you, and vibrations are wonderful. But then all of a sudden, there is a person that just appears and starts bringing this disbalance to the whole group. Is it a sign for you as the dream of what's the name, the dream guide, that something is going wrong in your mind right now. Or it's just a sign for you to, okay, I'm moving on, I don't care. Maybe this person has different dream, I just want to avoid this person. So do you really, how you know that this is the person that can teach you something, or this is just a person that has a lot of negative energy and you don't want to mess up with his energy?
The bottom line is everything that comes into your experience, you vibrationally created. You can choose at any point in time whether you want it or not. Sometimes, isn't this true? We want something really, really bad. And we get it. And then we decide we don't want it after all. Does that make sense? It's like, nah, wait a minute. I thought I wanted this. I don't like this. You ever order something on a menu, looks really good, comes, ooh, I don't want this. I should have ordered what you ordered. Well, no problem. So you could be vibrating. You're vibrating something, and something is coming into your experience. And whatever is there, if you don't like it, you can choose, you know? You may not even know why or how you vibrated and created this in your life, but it's there, you created it. You don't have to worry about how, but the fact is you did. And so if you don't like it, just shift it. When you look at things you don't like or don't want, or feel feelings you don't want, you just look at them for a moment, acknowledge them, and then decide, okay, I know I don't want this. What do I want? Every, quote, negative experience that comes into your life, every negative experience that comes into your life primarily is there to help you clarify what you want. If you know what you don't want, you can now clarify what you do want. So whatever comes into your life that you don't want, just acknowledge it and use it as a method of helping you clarify what you do want. So immediately look at what it is you don't like, acknowledge it for a moment, then don't look at it. Now say, okay, I know I don't want this. What is it that I do want? And focus on what you want, what you want, what you want. Turn your back on what you don't want. See, the reason that people don't move off point zero and get what they want was they keep focusing and talking about what they don't want. I need more money, but I don't have any. And I don't know how I'm going to have any. But I want more, but I don't know how I'm going to get it. And I never get any more money. Every time I try to get more money, money doesn't come in. All they're doing is thinking about no money, no money, no money, no money, no money. Instead of focusing on, look, we know you don't have any money, okay, but get off that. Start talking about and thinking about what it is you do want. That changes the focus. So if there's a person that comes into your life or an experience that comes into your life that's negative energy, you get a dynamic group of people working on a project and all of a sudden a new person comes in and you're thinking, oh my God, this is like a disaster. Okay, believe me, you vibrated that in and then say, what don't I like? Fine. What is it that I want? And focus on that. And a couple things will happen. The person will change, the person will leave, you'll get moved into a different direction. It'll all work out fine. There's too many thousands of potential scenarios that could happen. Because, maybe you're vibrating something that this person is actually giving you. I mean, that's why they're there. You're vibrating something to create it. And again, what appears to be negative generally isn't so. It's there for a reason. So we don't have to look at it. Just look at it as something to clarify what you do want. I just want to end with this. You listen to the CDs once. Believe me, you need to listen to them again and again and again. And as I say in the CDs, listening to information daily, reading books daily, and associating with other people on a daily basis is vitally important so that you continue to focus and build up your positive ball of energy to get to the tipping point. Then it becomes a joy and it becomes unconscious competence, and it starts happening automatically. Start small, start applying these things, and you'll absolutely see the results. Little by little by little, but it will start happening.